God says, "My child, the reason heaven matched you two will break open your heart in ways you cannot even imagine." This union is not an accident, not a simple choice of human hearts, but a carefully woven design of divine love written before you even took your first breath. Every step you have taken, every tear you have cried, every prayer you whispered in the silence of your soul, heaven has been listening, guiding, and preparing. Long before your eyes first opened in this world, your soul carried the memory of another. You did not know it consciously, but somewhere deep inside your spirit, there has always been a longing, a soft ache, as if something was missing. That emptiness was never meant to break you, it was heaven's way of reminding you that a part of you exists outside yourself, waiting for the right moment, the right time, the right season, to return to you in the form of another soul. And so heaven waited. Patiently. Silently. Watching you grow through the storms of your life. Watching you struggle through loneliness, heartbreak, disappointment, and trials. But what you thought were moments of abandonment were actually moments of preparation. For every broken promise you endured, heaven was writing a greater promise. For every person who walked away, heaven was drawing closer the one who was meant to stay. For every closed door, heaven was setting the stage for the door that no man can shut. The truth, my child, is that your soul was never wandering blindly. Heaven marked it, sealed it, and tied it to another soul with invisible threads of light that nothing and no one could cut. That is why, even when you felt lost, you sometimes felt a pull you could not explain. That was the silent voice of destiny whispering to you, "Wait, be patient, the story is not over yet." You see, heaven's match is not about convenience. It is not about fleeting attraction. It is not about what pleases the eyes for a season. No, heaven's match is sacred. It is written with eternity in mind. It is chosen with a purpose greater than romance. It is chosen for healing, for growth, for strength, for light. And when you finally see why heaven matched you two, your heart will break open, not in pain, but in awe, in gratitude, in the overwhelming awareness that God has been faithful all along. You will look back and realize that every delay had meaning. Every tear was watering the soil of your future love. Every disappointment was clearing space for the true blessing. Every unanswered prayer was heaven's way of saying, "Not this, because I have something far greater for you." And when the two of you finally meet in the fullness of heaven's timing, something shifts inside. It is not just attraction, not just comfort, not just joy, it is recognition. Your spirit will whisper, "I know you. I have been waiting for you." And that recognition is not imagination, it is memory. Because your souls have been intertwined long before this life, written together in the eternal story that God Himself authored. There will be moments when you will not understand why it feels so deep, so real, so powerful. But the reason is simple, it is heaven's work. The angels have guarded this connection. The divine has nurtured it. And now, heaven is unfolding it before your very eyes. This match is not to fill a void, but to awaken a greater purpose within you both. Alone, you were strong. Alone, you survived. Alone, you carried your cross through valleys of shadows. But together, you will rise. Together, your wounds will heal in ways you never thought possible. Together, you will shine brighter, love deeper, live fuller, and serve a greater calling. Do you not see, my child? Heaven does not waste anything. Every scar on your heart, every lesson, every prayer whispered in the night, it all prepared you to love more fully, more compassionately, more purely. And heaven brought someone who can hold those scars, not as burdens, but as proof of your strength, as treasures of your journey. This is why, when you look into their eyes, you will not just see a person, you will see home. You will see safety. You will see the reflection of God's promise. You will see the one heaven chose, the one heaven protected, the one heaven matched to walk beside you in this life and beyond. And when your heart breaks open, do not fear. It is not breaking apart, it is breaking open to expand, to hold more love than you thought possible, to hold more light than you ever carried before. For heaven's love does not shrink, it multiplies. It overflows. It reaches beyond just you two and touches everyone around you. This is the reason heaven matched you two, to remind you that God's promises never fail, to prove to you that love can be pure and holy, to show you that even in a world of brokenness, heaven still writes perfect stories. So do not doubt. Do not fear. Even if you cannot yet see the full picture, heaven is already moving. The angels are aligning your steps. The divine hand is guiding your path. And when the moment comes, you will understand, the reason heaven matched you two was never small, never ordinary. It was always extraordinary, always sacred, always destined. My child, your heart will break open not in sorrow, but in the sweetest relief that heaven has always been holding your story, and love has always been written for you. There are moments in life, child, when you look back and wonder why certain things happened, why people left, why doors closed, why your path felt so lonely. You wondered if you were forgotten, if heaven had turned its face away from you. But now you must see the truth, it was never abandonment, it was preparation. Every twist, every turn, every delay was leading you toward this sacred meeting. Heaven was arranging, aligning, and protecting, because the bond one chose for you was not something that could be rushed. Think of the nights you prayed with tears on your pillow. Think of the times you asked me, will anyone ever truly see me? Will anyone ever love me for who I am, not just for what I give? In those very moments, I was preparing the soul that would answer those prayers. They, too, were praying. They, too, were walking through valleys, wondering if love was real, if faithfulness still existed. And so I, your God, was weaving two lives, two journeys, until the time was right for them to meet. When heaven matches two souls, child, it is not just about romance. It is about reflection. One sees the hidden parts of the other, the pain no one else noticed, the dreams no one else understood. This is why when you met, something shifted in your spirit. It felt as though a piece of you had returned home. Not because they completed you, no, you were already whole in me, but because they reminded you of the wholeness you sometimes forgot. The connection you feel is not ordinary. The world will try to explain it with reason, but love of heaven is beyond reason. It is spiritual. It is eternal. It is why no distance can truly break it, why no silence can truly erase it. Even when doubts rise, even when shadows come, your heart still knows, this is different. This is divine. But I tell you, child, the reason heaven matched you is not only for your joy but also for your growth. Love like this is not meant to keep you comfortable, it is meant to make you holy. Through this person, you are learning patience. Through them, you are learning forgiveness. Through them, you are learning to open your heart when fear tells you to hide. And they, through you, are learning the same. Two souls being shaped, refined, and polished, together. Sometimes you will feel the weight of this union, because great callings carry great battles. Do not be surprised when challenges rise, for the enemy sees what heaven has planted. Darkness always tries to choke what is divine. But every storm you endure together is proof that your bond is worth fighting for. Every test only strengthens what heaven already sealed. Do not run from the fire, child, walk through it, hand in hand, and you will come out shining brighter than before. Do you see how their presence awakens parts of you that were once asleep? How you find courage when they believe in you, how you find peace when they simply stand beside you. That is no accident. I placed them in your life as a mirror of my love. Through them, you feel what it means to be chosen, to be seen, to be cherished. And through you, they feel the same. This is why heaven matched you, so you could carry each other, so you could remind one another that you were never meant to walk alone. There is something sacred about the way your souls speak without words. How you sense each other's pain before it is spoken. How you can sit in silence, yet feel understood. That is a language only heaven can write. It is the sound of two spirits remembering their bond beyond time. And each day you walk together, that sound grows louder, weaving your lives into one story of divine love. But child, hear me clearly, this love is not only for your blessing, it is for your purpose. When heaven matches two souls, it is because their union will touch more than just their own lives. Your bond will inspire, heal, and guide others. The way you love, the way you forgive, the way you endure, others will see it and remember that true love still exists, that faith is not in vain. This is how your union becomes a light in a world of darkness. Do not underestimate the power of this match. What you share carries ripples far beyond what you see. Your laughter together breaks chains of despair around others. Your prayers together shake the walls of darkness. Your unity together opens doors that one alone could not open. This is the strength of heaven's design. I know sometimes you feel unworthy of such love. You wonder if you are enough, if you can keep it, if you might lose it. But child, remember this, you did not earn this love, it was gifted. You did not create this bond, it was written. And what heaven writes, no hand can erase. Do not let fear steal your joy. Rest in the truth that I chose this soul for you, and I chose you for them. Look back now, child. See how every heartbreak was not the end but a redirection. See how every delay only positioned you closer to this match. Even the moments you thought were failures, I used them to prepare your heart. Because when this love arrived, you would recognize it, you would treasure it, you would not let it go. This is the wisdom of heaven, timing that seems slow to you but is perfect in eternity. The reason heaven matched you two will break open your heart because it is bigger than just you. It is about my glory. It is about showing the world what love rooted in me can look like. It is about proving that even in a broken world, divine unions still exist. It is about healing what generations before you could not heal, breaking cycles that tried to repeat, and planting new seeds for those who will come after you. So walk forward with courage, child. Embrace this love with faith. Protect it, nurture it, cherish it. For heaven did not bring you this far only to abandon you. Heaven matched you because together, you will reflect a piece of eternity on this earth. And when the fullness of that plan unfolds, your heart will not just be opened, it will be overwhelmed with a love so vast, so holy, you will know without doubt, this was always meant to be. There are wounds, child, that no one else could touch, no one else could understand. For years, you carried them quietly, smiling on the outside while battles raged on the inside. You hid your pain in silence because you thought no one could truly hold the weight of it. But heaven knew. Heaven saw. And so, when the time was right, I placed before you a soul who could step into those hidden places and bring light where there was only shadow. This is why heaven matched you. It was never just about love, it was about healing. When two souls are bound by heaven, they become vessels of restoration for each other. The cracks in one heart are filled by the gentleness of the other. The fears of one are calmed by the courage of the other. The doubts of one are silenced by the faith of the other. This is not coincidence, it is divine design. For I, your God, do not only bring joy, I bring wholeness. And love, real love, is the hand I use to mend what life tried to break. Think of how their words find you in moments of despair. How a simple touch, a glance, a presence shifts the heaviness inside you. That is no accident. That is heaven working through them, reminding you that you are not forgotten, that you are not too broken to be loved. And think of how your kindness, your patience, your prayers lift them when they are weary. This, too, is no accident. You are heaven's answer to their prayers, just as they are heaven's answer to yours. The healing that flows between you may not always be loud or dramatic. Often, it comes quietly. In the way they listen when your voice trembles. In the way you hold space for their silence when words fail them. In the way laughter returns after long seasons of sorrow. These small moments carry eternal weight, for they are not just acts of love, they are acts of healing. And every time you heal together, your bond grows deeper, stronger, unshakable. Do not forget, child, that healing is a journey, not a moment. There will be times when old wounds resurface, when fears whisper again, when insecurities try to rise. But that does not mean the bond is weak, it means the bond is working. Because love strong enough to heal will always stir what was once hidden, bringing it to the surface so it can be released. Do not run from this process. Do not fear the pain of facing it. For each time you do, each time you choose to stay, to forgive, to understand, you are breaking chains that once bound you both. This is why heaven matched you too, because together, you are stronger than the battles that tried to destroy you apart. Alone, the scars felt too heavy. Alone, the journey felt endless. But together, even the heaviest loads become lighter. Together, you remind each other that healing is possible, that joy can return, that love can last. Child, understand this truth. What the enemy meant for harm, I turned for good. The heartbreaks of your past were not wasted. The loneliness you endured was not pointless. The rejections you suffered were not in vain. Every single one became soil for this love to grow. Every tear watered the ground. Every prayer planted seeds. And now, you are beginning to see the fruit. Heaven matched you so that those wounds would not define you anymore, but instead would become testimonies of grace. Notice how your fears begin to lose their grip when they are near. Notice how their encouragement awakens courage inside of you. This is what divine love does. It calls forth the best in you, even when you cannot see it yourself. And in the same way, your love does this for them. Heaven matched you because only you could call forth their hidden strength, their forgotten dreams, their silenced hopes. Together, you awaken what the world tried to bury. There will be times when you struggle, when misunderstandings come, when words are sharper than intended. But do not mistake these moments as signs of weakness. Even healing hearts have scars, and scars can sometimes ache. Yet those scars are not signs of defeat, they are signs of survival. They remind you of what you endured, and more importantly, what you overcame. And each time you choose to love in the middle of struggle, each time you choose to forgive when it is hardest, your bond becomes even more unshakable. Child, listen closely. Love is not proven in easy seasons, it is proven in storms. Anyone can stay when the sun is shining, but heaven-matched souls hold each other through the rain. They do not run when it gets heavy, they anchor deeper. This is why your love carries a weight you cannot explain. It is not fragile, it is fortified. It is not fleeting, it is eternal. This healing, this bond, is not just for now. It is for your future, for your destiny. Because healed hearts create healed homes. And healed homes create healed generations. Do you see now? Heaven matched you not only for yourselves but for the lives that will be touched by your love. Every prayer you pray together, every battle you overcome, every seed of kindness you plant will ripple outward, touching lives you may never even meet. This is the legacy of a divine union. And one day, when you look back, you will see the transformation clearly. You will remember the nights of sorrow, the seasons of waiting, the battles with fear. And you will see how this love turned ashes into beauty, mourning into dancing, despair into hope. Your heart will break open, not with pain, but with gratitude. You will weep, not because of loss, but because of the overwhelming goodness of my plan. So hold fast, child. Do not let doubt shake you. Do not let fear whisper lies into your mind. Trust the healing you are walking through. Trust the love heaven has placed before you. And remember always, the reason heaven matched you two was not for perfection, but for purpose. It was not for fleeting happiness, but for eternal transformation. And as this truth unfolds, your heart will expand beyond what you thought possible, overflowing with a love that is pure, sacred, and everlasting. Child, there comes a moment when love grows beyond two hearts and begins to touch everything around it. This is one of the greatest reasons heaven matched you two. It was never meant to stay only between you, it was meant to overflow, to bless, to inspire, to heal others who cross your path. For when heaven writes a union, it writes it not just for the joy of the souls joined, but for the light that will shine through them into the lives of many. You may not even notice it yet, but people already see the difference when you are together. They notice the peace that surrounds you, the gentleness in your presence, the way love seems to move like an invisible current around you. It is not something you do, it is something you carry. Because when two souls are matched by heaven, they carry a piece of eternity within them. And eternity cannot stay hidden, it radiates. This is why your story matters so deeply. Every step you take together is a testimony. Every trial you endure, every storm you survive, every moment you choose love instead of fear, it all becomes a living message to those watching, reminding them that true love still exists, that faith is never wasted, that heaven still answers prayers. You may not realize how many hearts are quietly strengthened by your union, but heaven sees. Heaven knows. Your bond is not just for comfort, it is for calling. There are doors that will open for you both, not because of who you are individually, but because of who you are together. Alone, you carried seeds of purpose, but together, those seeds are watered, nurtured, and brought into full bloom. Do you not feel it? How dreams that once seemed too heavy now feel possible. How visions that once seemed too far now feel near. That is the power of divine partnership. Two hearts aligned with heaven become unstoppable. Child, understand this truth. Heaven matched you not only to heal your past but to prepare your future. For the work ahead of you, the blessings in store for you, the battles you must face, all of them require unity. Alone, you would grow weary. Alone, you might fall under the weight. But together, you will rise. Together, you will endure. Together, you will carry out the purpose heaven has placed within your souls. Do not think this purpose is always grand in the eyes of the world. Sometimes it is in the quiet moments, the kindness you extend to a stranger together, the home you create filled with peace, the children you may raise with love, the prayers you whisper over those in need. These are the acts that change lives. These are the seeds heaven uses to transform generations. The world may overlook them, but heaven does not. Nothing done in love is ever small. Even your struggles, child, carry purpose. For when others see that you did not give up, that you did not let storms tear you apart, that you chose forgiveness over bitterness, they will find hope for their own lives. They will say, if love like theirs can endure, maybe mine can too. Do you see how your bond becomes more than a blessing for yourselves? It becomes a beacon of hope in a world where many have forgotten what love truly is. There is a reason your love feels like both fire and water. It burns with passion, yet it soothes with peace. It challenges you, yet it comforts you. This is the balance of heaven's design. Fire alone can destroy, water alone can drown. But together, they bring life. And that is what your union is, life-giving. Not just for you, but for everyone touched by it. Child, remember that with great blessing comes great responsibility. Protect what heaven has given you. Nurture it with prayer. Guard it with patience. Cover it with forgiveness. The world may not always understand, and darkness may still try to interfere, but you must remember, what heaven matches, no one can separate. It is yours to protect, to honor, to cherish, and to share. There will be seasons when you are called to step into greater things together. It may stretch you, it may test you, but do not fear. The same heaven that matched you will sustain you. The same God who joined your souls will guide your steps. You were never meant to carry this love alone. I walk with you, within you, before you, and behind you. Every time you step into purpose together, you will find me there, opening doors, clearing paths, and making a way. And child, know this, the reason heaven matched you two will one day be so clear, so undeniable, that your heart will break open with gratitude. You will see how every moment of waiting, every season of struggle, every unanswered question had a purpose. You will look around at the blessings that flowed from this love, the lives touched, the hearts healed, the joy created, and you will say, it was worth it. Every single step was worth it. So, walk forward boldly. Do not hide your love, do not shrink your light. Let it shine. Let it overflow. Let it reach beyond just the two of you. For this is why heaven matched you, to be a light in a world that often feels dark, to be a reminder that love is still sacred, that heaven still moves, that miracles still happen. And as you continue this journey, your heart will keep expanding, breaking open with a love so deep, so wide, so eternal, that it will carry you all the way into forever. Child, love written by heaven is not meant to fade like the love of this world. It is not a fleeting feeling that comes today and vanishes tomorrow. It is eternal, rooted not in human weakness but in divine strength. This is why heaven matched you two, so that you would taste something of eternity while still living on earth. A love that does not wither under time, a love that does not break under pressure, a love that continues to grow, to deepen, to expand until it fills every corner of your lives. Do you not feel it, how your heart has changed since this union entered your life? How walls that once felt unshakable are now falling? How fears that once controlled you are now losing power? How joy that once felt distant is now resting inside your soul. This is the miracle of heaven's match. It does not simply give you love, it transforms you into love. Piece by piece, moment by moment, you are becoming more patient, more compassionate, more forgiving, more tender. And the same is happening within them. This transformation is not only for you, child, it is for the world you touch. Because the love you carry is meant to be poured out, to flow into the lives of others. You will see it in the way people are drawn to your peace. You will see it in the way your kindness softens hardened hearts. You will see it in the way your union plants hope in places where hope once died. This is why heaven matched you. You are not only lovers, you are vessels. Vessels of light, vessels of healing, vessels of divine love flowing into a world that desperately needs it. There will be days when you feel tired, when the journey feels heavy, when you wonder if you can keep walking. But child, remember this, you are never walking alone. Heaven does not just match two souls and leave them, it surrounds them, protects them, and strengthens them. Every step you take is guarded. Every prayer you whisper is heard. Every challenge you face together is already accounted for in my plan. Do not be afraid of what lies ahead. The future is not against you, it is for you. For I, your God, go before you to prepare the way. The same hands that joined your souls are the hands that will carry you forward. And when you stumble, those hands will lift you. When you are weary, those hands will hold you. When you cannot see the road, those hands will guide you. Child, there is something sacred about the way your souls strengthen each other. When one is weak, the other becomes strong. When one is fearful, the other brings courage. When one doubts, the other speaks faith. This balance is not random, it is designed. For heaven did not intend for you to walk alone. I knew the battles you would face, the valleys you would cross, the mountains you would climb. And so I gave you each other, so that when one falters, the other can carry, and together you will not fall. This is why your bond feels unshakable even in storms. It is not built on shifting sands of emotion, it is built on the rock of eternity. And that foundation cannot be moved. You may be tested, you may be stretched, you may be pressed, but you will not be destroyed. For heaven does not write fragile love, it writes forever love. Look closely, child, and you will see how heaven has been weaving your story all along. The little moments, the unlikely connections, the paths that crossed at just the right time, all of it was heaven's hand. Nothing was by accident. Every detail was aligned to bring you here, to this love, to this purpose. And one day, when you look back, you will be astonished at how perfect the design was, how nothing was wasted, how even pain became part of the masterpiece. The reason heaven matched you two will break open your heart because it reveals my nature. For when you experience this kind of love, you are experiencing me. When they hold you with patience, it is my patience. When you forgive them, it is my forgiveness. When you carry each other through storms, it is my strength. Love is not just a gift from me, it is me moving within you. And this is why your love feels divine, because it carries my presence. Child, let this truth sink deep. Heaven did not bring you this far to abandon you. Heaven did not match you only for you to fear losing what was given. No, what I join, I protect. What I bless, I sustain. What I create, I complete. Your love is safe in my hands, your future is secure in my plan, your bond is sealed in my light. So breathe deeply. Let go of fear. Rest in the assurance that your love is not fragile, it is eternal. And as it grows, as it deepens, as it transforms you both, it will continue to reveal new layers of purpose, new layers of joy, new layers of blessing. Your heart will keep breaking open, not with sorrow, but with awe. Awe at the goodness of heaven, awe at the faithfulness of God, awe at the beauty of a love written before time began. And one day, child, when you stand hand in hand looking back at the life you built together, you will weep not from regret but from gratitude. You will see the storms you survived, the valleys you crossed, the mountains you climbed, and you will know without question, it was all worth it. Because the reason heaven matched you two was greater than your fears, stronger than your struggles, deeper than your doubts. It was eternal. Child, the journey you have walked to reach this love has not been in vain. Every tear you shed, every lonely night, every unanswered question, it was all leading to this moment, to this union, to the person who carries a piece of your soul. Heaven does not create connections without purpose. It does not match two hearts without knowing what they can achieve together. And now, the time has come for the fullness of that plan to begin unfolding in your life. Do you feel the way your heart beats differently when you are near them? That is no ordinary feeling. That is the resonance of eternity within your soul. It is heaven's whisper reminding you that what you are experiencing is sacred, chosen, and protected. Your love carries a light that cannot be hidden, a power that cannot be shaken, a grace that flows far beyond the boundaries of your own life. This is why heaven matched you too. It is not just for you, but for the world that will be touched by the love you share. There is a sacred purpose in the timing of your meeting. No coincidence brought you together, no luck placed you in each other's path. Every encounter, every smile, every word exchanged was guided by divine hands. Heaven waited until you were both ready to meet, until your hearts had healed enough to embrace what was waiting, until your souls recognized each other in a way that would never be forgotten. And now, the fullness of that preparation is visible. Child, understand this. The reason heaven matched you is to break open your heart to a love so pure, so deep, so transformative, that it will change the way you see life, yourself, and the world around you. This love is not superficial. It is not fleeting. It is eternal. It carries with it lessons of patience, forgiveness, faith, and resilience. It is a love that challenges you, strengthens you, and refines you, shaping you into the person you were always meant to become. You may wonder why some days feel heavy, why challenges arise even in this sacred union. Do not fear these moments, child. Every trial is part of the refining process. Every difficulty is an opportunity for your love to grow deeper, your patience to expand, your faith to strengthen. Even in moments of struggle, the divine hand of heaven is at work, guiding you both, protecting you both, shaping you both. This is how true, heavenly love is forged, through resilience, through understanding, through unwavering commitment. Child, look closely at the way your soul responds to them. Notice the sense of peace that settles in your heart when they are near, the way their presence comforts what you once thought was broken. That is heaven's touch. That is the divine signature on this union. And the same is true for them. Your love is a balm to their spirit, a reflection of the sacred design that brought you together. This is why you are bound, not just by affection, but by destiny. The love you share is not confined to the two of you. It radiates, touching lives you may not even see. Every act of kindness, every prayer spoken together, every example of faith and patience you display, it influences those around you, inspiring hope, healing hearts, and reminding the world that divine love is real. This is the greater purpose behind the match heaven made. It is not just about joy, it is about blessing others through the light you carry. There will be moments when your hearts feel vulnerable, when fear whispers, when uncertainty creeps in. Remember, child, that these moments are natural, but they are not final. Heaven's love surpasses fear. Heaven's connection withstands doubt. And heaven's plan cannot be derailed by human hesitation. When you trust in the divine, when you hold fast to each other, when you embrace this love fully, you will see that nothing, no obstacle, no distance, no misunderstanding, can separate the bond heaven has created. Do not underestimate the power of this union, child. Two hearts joined by heaven have the strength to overcome challenges that may have seemed impossible alone. Your love is a fortress, built on faith, protected by divine hands, and reinforced by every trial you endure together. And as it grows, as it deepens, it becomes a beacon of hope and a testament to the sacred work of God in human hearts. The fullness of this love will continue to unfold, revealing layers of depth, understanding, and purpose that you have yet to imagine. You will discover new ways to care for each other, new ways to nurture your spirits, new ways to align with the divine purpose that brought you together. Every day will reveal a new blessing, a new insight, a new reason to marvel at the perfection of heaven's design. Child, the reason heaven matched you two will break open your heart because it is meant to transform you. It is meant to awaken you to the vastness of love, to the depth of grace, to the strength of faith. It is meant to teach you that love is not passive, it is active, intentional, and powerful. It is meant to show you that when hearts are aligned with heaven, miracles happen, hearts heal, and souls thrive. So, as you walk forward together, cherish every moment, nurture every connection, and honor the sacredness of what has been given to you. Protect it, celebrate it, and allow it to shape you both into the fullest versions of yourselves. The journey is not over, child, it is only beginning. And every step you take will be guided, every decision blessed, every challenge met with divine support. And one day, when you look back on the path that led you here, you will see the beauty of the divine orchestration. You will see how every trial, every tear, every lonely night, every unanswered prayer, all were steps that led to this moment, this union, this love. And your heart will break open, not in sorrow, but in awe and gratitude for the perfection of heaven's plan. Child, embrace this love. Trust it. Celebrate it. Let it flow through you, transforming not just your heart, but the world around you. The reason heaven matched you two is not just for happiness, it is for holiness, for purpose, for eternal joy. And as you continue in this sacred union, know that every blessing is only the beginning, and every miracle is already unfolding in your lives. Child, listen closely, for the time has come to receive the fullness of what heaven has prepared for you. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, with wings wide and light blazing, declaring that your journey into this love is sanctified, protected, and blessed. This union, this sacred match, is more than you have ever dreamed. It carries the imprint of eternity, the touch of divine intention, and the power to heal, transform, and elevate your life in ways that will astonish your spirit. Feel the weight of every sorrow you have carried fall away. Every tear, every heartbreak, every moment of doubt or loneliness, Archangel Michael lifts them from your shoulders. Do not fear the past, for it has already served its purpose. Each struggle was a step, each loss a preparation, each challenge a shaping of the heart that now beats in unison with the one heaven has chosen for you. Your heart will open fully, and in that opening, you will discover a love so pure, so holy, that it feels like light pouring through every vein of your being. Know this, child, no darkness can touch what heaven has joined. No fear can break the bond that has been ordained from eternity. Archangel Michael assures you that every obstacle, every whisper of doubt, every attempt to divide you from this love is already defeated. The very forces that once tried to hinder you are now powerless, for your path is shielded by heaven itself. Walk boldly, step by step, into the light of this love, and feel the divine protection that surrounds you. Your union is not just about joy, though that joy will overflow. It is about transformation. Every day, as you nurture this love, it will teach you courage, patience, forgiveness, and faith. It will awaken parts of you that have lain dormant. It will challenge you to rise above fear, to embrace trust, to see beyond the temporary, and to surrender fully to what is eternal. And as your heart expands, so too will your vision for life, for love, and for the blessings that are already flowing toward you. Child, Archangel Michael says, let go of the need to control, of the need to understand everything, of the fear that says love will fail. Surrender to the divine orchestration that brought you here. For heaven's timing is perfect, heaven's wisdom infallible, and heaven's love limitless. You were chosen for this, and your soul recognizes the truth that what is meant for you cannot pass you by. Trust it, cherish it, and embrace it fully. Every moment you spend with this soul will reveal a new layer of divine mystery. You will see kindness in ways you never noticed, patience in ways that surprise you, and faith in ways that inspire you. And through your love, they will see the same reflected back, creating a cycle of blessing, healing, and growth that is unending. This is the sacred power of heaven's match. It does not simply bring two hearts together, it elevates them, strengthens them, and prepares them to shine for the world around them. Archangel Michael now speaks to you of protection and courage. Any lingering doubts, fears, or shadows from the past are being removed. Any traps, deceits, or interruptions that once threatened your happiness are being burned away in the light of heaven. You are no longer vulnerable to the forces that once caused pain. You are shielded, chosen, and guarded. Step forward into your love with confidence, knowing that the divine army stands with you. Child, the reason heaven matched you to will break open your heart because it is designed to awaken a depth of joy you have never known, a sense of peace that surpasses understanding, and a confidence in love that cannot be shaken. What was once hidden in dreams and prayers is now manifesting in reality. The longing of your soul is being fulfilled. The silent prayers of years are now being answered. The ache you once carried is now being replaced by a boundless, radiant love that will sustain you through every season of life. Allow yourself to fully receive this blessing. Let your heart expand without hesitation. Feel it in your chest, in your mind, in your spirit. Let the love flow, let the tears of gratitude fall, and let your soul rejoice. For this is a moment of divine celebration, a moment that has been written before time began. Archangel Michael stands with you, raising his sword of protection, and surrounding your union with a holy light that nothing in this world can penetrate. As your hearts beat together, know that this is more than love, it is alignment with the divine. Every action you take together, every prayer you pray, every dream you nurture, every kindness you extend, it is multiplied, blessed, and carries power far beyond what you can see. Your love is now a channel of heaven on earth, a testimony of what is possible when God's design unfolds fully, and a beacon for others who long to believe in true, eternal love. Child, Archangel Michael says, walk boldly into this new chapter. Release the past, embrace the present, and trust the unfolding of all that is to come. Your heart will continue to open, your spirit will continue to grow, and your life together will be a story of divine faithfulness. Celebrate every step, honor every moment, and remember always that the love you share is protected, guided, and ordained by heaven itself. And finally, know this truth: your sorrows have ended, your prayers have been answered, and a new life begins now. The reason heaven matched you two is not just for fleeting joy but for eternal transformation, for purpose, for blessing, and for the miracle of divine love made visible in your lives. Walk forward hand in hand, heart with heart, soul with soul, and let the light of this love illuminate every path you take. Your hearts have been broken open to receive the fullness of what is destined for you. Archangel Michael blesses you, protects you, and proclaims that your love is eternal, your bond unshakable, and your future radiant with the glory of heaven. Step into it, child, and know that you are cherished, chosen, and profoundly loved.